AfterBuzzers, thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Real World, Season 32, Episode 10. Surprise! Stay tuned.
The destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Hey.
You other brothers can't deny.
What?
When a girl walks in with me,
You're wasting a round thing in your face, you get
Let's go.
wanna pull up?
Hey,
Welcome.
hey.
I don't want to stop the dancing.
I'm hooked and I
Welcome
can't stop
in
staring.
to
Oh, baby.
The Real World on AfterBuzz TV. It is episode 10. Surprise! We got a surprise tonight. Paulina is here. I'm in the lead seat. I don't know what's going to happen, but my name is Michael Rippe. You can catch me on social media at Mike Rips. I'm joined by the two greatest co-hosts anyone could ask for.
Hey, what's up, guys? Omari Bailey here. You can find me on Twitter and IG at OnWithOmari. Also, hit me up on Snapchat at Omari B.
And I'm Paulina Aguilar. You guys can find me on Twitter at _Paulina Aguilar and on Instagram at Paulina M. Aguilar.
And you got more moves like that.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
There you
Let's
go.
go.
Hell yeah. Shake it. Paulina, shake it for us, Paulina.
Okay, got that.
Hey.
So,
That's all you got?
So,
Oh yeah, shout out to
Okay.
Candace. We miss her.
Candace. If Candace was here, she'd be twerking up a storm. She'd be on this table.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
anybody wants to be
Force.
twerking right now. That gets everybody in trouble.
No, this is late night TV, baby.
She's talking about Anna. Anna
Nobody
can't
got my
twerk.
reference,
Anna,
right?
I
Thank
got
you, Omari.
Anna's
Thank
not
you,
allowed
thank
to.
you.
Oh, wait, Jen.
Jen.
Sorry, Jen. God, all white people look alike.
got it.
It's so
All
hard.
right, so tonight we got a lot to talk about. Let's start with. We start the tonight's episode with
Girls' Night.
Girls' Night, and talking about lesbian experiences, which obviously myself and Omari don't really know much about.
We have
but
lesbian experiences.
Paulina.
I knew this was going to come out.
Yeah,
I just knew
well-
it. Well, there ain't nothing to tell.
I didn't say you have anything to tell, but thoughts.
Tell us about it. How
About
was she?
what? Ew, no. Earmuffs, guys. This is, no.
Earmuffs, let them go. girl.
No.
Earmuffs.
There is no experience, and if there was, I wouldn't say anything.
Okay,
So,
okay, you're off the hot seat, fine. But let's talk about Orellana, because at the start of tonight's episode, we hear about Orellana dreaming about Cass, and
Yes.
she won't talk about what her dreams were like. So
It was dirty.
how dirty we talking?
Can we talk about our dirty streams?
no, I
Go
can't.
for it.
This is
Paulina,
more
come
of like a
on.
guy talk situation. This is more of
This
like
is
a
the
different
real
show.
world where we
This is
talking
a
real.
This is a different show.
Just keep it real.
Maybe
We're
not
keeping it
for
real on the real world. Let us
lady.
know in the live chat if there's a live chat with you there.
Guys.
Paulina, I'm gonna come clean. I had a dream about you this morning.
Woo!
Woke up stiff as a rock.
Whoa.
It was just like, bam, Paulina.
This show is getting hot
Where
in here.
are you
I
right now?
feel very awkward right now.
Shout out to the
Let's go, like,
engineer,
10
Josh
feet to the
Rodriguez.
right.
I feel so much better now after admitting that, because I'm not gonna be like Orellana and not admit my feelings. Paulina, I'm in love with you.
All right, so clearly
Oh, Candace, I need you back. I need you back.
Orellana has been, her feelings have been building for Cass over the past few episodes. We've noticed that, and they really came to a head in tonight's episode. Later in the episode, they get to really a new place, but we'll get there. We see after Orellana talking about her dreaming about Cass.
Oh, so we're not gonna share our dirtiest dreams for real?
No.
That was
You
just
have it.
me.
You
I mean,
shared
that
it.
was mine.
No, you shared
But
it.
I was only one.
I'm gonna save it
You wanna save
for
it?
a little bit later. It's a teaser.
Oh, gosh.
Tia wants to open up a little bit and start to get to know people, which it's
Yeah.
about time. It's only 6-7 weeks in the house. It's time.
Tia was a little too open before she got to the house.
Ooh.
Be nice.
We'll save that
I
for
told
later.
you that before we started. Be nice.
That's the facts.
Omari,
No,
it's
It's the
fine
fact.
tonight.
Joke,
That's
just
my boy.
slipping one in there. Be nice.
Go put it up.
Yeah,
put it
somebody
up.
slip it in
yeah.
there.
Let's go. Thank you
Hey,
guys
we
for
got the live
joining
chat
us
up.
in the live chat every week, and especially tonight. and not just you, Omari. Other people have been dreaming about Paulina.
Hey,
Hey.
God's in November. Yo, you got some fans out there, Paulina.
So,
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
I don't
give
know
love
what
to
else
your
to
fans.
say,
You gotta
but
say you love you
thanks.
back.
I'm very flattered.
People are dreaming about you.
all right. So, one of the things in the house that we've seen is that Anna and the Katrina sisterly either love or hatred
Hate.
almost. And that really came to a head in tonight's episode. So,
did.
what were your thoughts about, first, they were going to have breakfast, but Katrina didn't want to wait for Anna to get ready. It just seemed like they were going to fight about anything, and that really led to them having to go to therapy. What are your thoughts?
I think Kim sort of hit the nail on the head when she's like, you guys argue a lot, but I think there's a deeper issue
Absolutely.
going on here. And I'm not sure what the deeper issue is, because every time they argue, it's about like frivolous shit that
Such
doesn't matter.
stuff that
Although
doesn't matter.
getting left in the middle, on the middle of the highway, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's kind of weird. I don't know. Like I've kicked people out of my car before, but that's kind of.
Do you guys have brothers and
drastic.
sisters?
I do not.
Yes, 2.
Do you are a sibling?
Yeah,
you
I'm the
fight with them
oldest
and all
of
that?
3.
Okay.
I mean, me and my brother used to fight a lot when we were younger, but we always like made up like 5 minutes afterwards. So it wasn't anything deep, you know. Although I will say, and I don't want to like put his business out there, we did have a sort of
Business going out there.
We did sort of have a confrontation maybe last Christmas when I went home for the holidays, and he was like, "You did all this shit to me when I was a kid, blah blah blah. Like you made me feel this way and that way," and I had to own up to the fact and recognize how maybe I made him feel as the older brother, him being the younger brother, and I like apologize if I ever made him feel a certain type of way. So when you are in a sibling dynamic, do you have?
I do.
Yeah, sometimes you do things like you're the meanest to the people that you're the closest to sometimes. So I can't understand how that effect can have, or how that dynamic can have long-lasting effects, I guess. So do you have any experience?
Well, I mean, I think it's obvious that there is a deeper issue, but neither of them want to talk about it because they're both just so stubborn. And I thought we were going to see more out of this therapy session, but we did not. I mean, I think it's good for them. I think it will help them. I think it will help them in the long run, but they just need to stick to it. And I mean, I want to see more. I want to know what that deeper issue is, but
yeah, I love you, Matthew. That's my brother, my little bro.
Oh, I like that.
Yes.
I like that. Okay. So I don't have siblings, so I have nothing to say about that.
So lonely.
Question, very lonely as I'm in my own picture. Question for you both. How long is an acceptable time, and you guys out there, what's an acceptable time to get ready for breakfast?
For brunch?
well, I think it's different for guys and girls.
Okay, well, what's the time where you're saying...
But are
at
we
a certain point
talking
you're walking
like,
out?
am I hungover breakfast, or is this like brunch?
It's not a big
like
deal. You're
ladies'
just
brunch.
going 2 people, not a big deal. Like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. At what
Well,
point
for
are you
a
walking
girl,
out?
for a woman, it's different. I need
What-
a
what is-
different
how
scenario.
different?
Well, for instance, it's my friend's birthday this weekend, and we are doing brunch on Sunday.
So you're going to wake
So
up the night
LA.
before or what?
No, I'm gonna actually get dressed because we here in LA, us ladies get dressed for brunch at a rooftop bar here. So that will be happening. Now, if it were my birthday and I'm going for breakfast, we're gonna go to IHOP down the street and go in my pajamas because
That
I don't wake
sounds-
up early.
Can I come?
No.
Wow.
All right, because
Guys is like I'm like 5 minutes, like pants, shirt, and that's it. You're done.
I don't think you have to get that dressed up. to
No,
go to
you don't on
breakfast.
a normal day.
Yeah.
I don't think so. No.
So I thought that that whole Anna Katrina thing. I don't get
Yeah,
it.
but
I
women,
mean,
women
one of the-
like to take the time in getting ready. Doesn't matter if it's fancy or not.
Yeah.
Whether it's makeup, whether it's hair.
I know, but her blowing up at her sister for taking a couple extra minutes to get ready
Yeah, but
while she was changing.
that situation wasn't just about her getting
Right.
ready. It goes further than that.
Well, one of our commenters said, and you guys remember when Anna spoke about how she was molested or sexually assaulted
Right.
at some point in her life, and the commenter said that Katrina was dating the person that raped
Yeah, but she
her
didn't
sister.
know. She didn't know.
Law and Order, God
She
damn,
didn't
that's
know.
amazing.
Had she known, she would have done something about it.
So her sister didn't tell her that she was.
No.
Okay.
From
It's
what I
funny-
remember, no.
To me, I found it funny because I thought that they were just going to go do breakfast again because I think they want more airtime, which I said last week, where they go off on their own.
So they can
they
do-
get the cameras and they get more. And I think that it's funny because they were going to try to go get their own airtime,
Mm-hmm.
and yet they couldn't even agree on that. Like, they basically blew up on each other based on not having enough time.
Do you think the therapy session was about getting more airtime also, or trying to fix real life
No,
problems?
I think they generally really want to fix it.
I don't know that I think deep down, I think they want to fix it, but they also thrive with the drama.
Yeah. I can see
See,
that.
I don't know about the rape dating situation. I'm not sure what's
It's hard
going
to
on.
speak on that,
Yeah,
too.
because we don't really
We
know
don't
the
really know
details.
the
But honestly, I
details.
feel like they're both just bitches, and they just.
Gonna sneeze, guys. Sorry. I was trying to hold it back. I'm good. I'm good.
Great
I'm
way to
good.
destroy the show, Paulina.
I know.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Talk about. I don't even know what I was gonna say anymore.
Josh, got the camera off.
Like Jesus Christ, Paulina.
I'm sorry. I had to sneeze. I made it go away. Go on. I'm sorry.
But it is the real world.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
You sure?
I'm good.
Okay, so I was gonna say, like, I think they're both just bitches, and so they like fight and they're catty towards each other. I'm not sure how deep seated their issues really are
No,
with
I
each
think-
other.
I
I think
think-
they're just kind of mean sometimes.
And I think that helped. I think that a relationship, part of it is that little drama component. Actually,
Yeah.
they thrive on that, and that makes them each tick.
But I also don't think they know how to fix it because they're so similar. They both don't
Yeah.
want to talk about it. They both want the other to understand their feelings, and they need a mediator.
And they've obviously had these issues their whole life.
Right.
So it's hard for them to kind of break out of whatever the cycle is of loving each other, fighting with each other, loving each other, fighting with
Right,
each other.
and they talk
and
about
the
their
same
parents
stuff.
seeing that in their parents as well.
Yeah. Gone to November says Katrina and Anna just need to scrap it out.
No, that's a terrible idea. Don't do that.
I don't know. I kind of agree.
No.
That's not going to solve anything.
Well, when we were younger, me and my brothers would
And
fight
you're
all the
But
time.
you're
You're not
guys.
promoting-
But you're guys.
You're not promoting
that's true.
female violence.
Guys get over things a lot
into it.
quicker than women.
That's true. You're right. Guys do get over things.
They
a lot
do.
quicker.
It's like a
That's
hate
fair.
there, or they're like, hey, it really will get over in a brunch and a lunch over a beer, like,
Yeah.
and then you move on.
Well,
Why girls like hang on to their?
Because girls have feelings.
Well, two people
I
that
have feelings.
two people that have not been able to get over anything are Tia and Kim, and that's been going on since high school.
Talk about
apparently.
deep-seated issues.
So in tonight's episode, Tia asked Kim to go to lunch and to really let it all out, and she's going to talk to Kim. How did you think that played out?
I thought that was way too simple for something that long. I mean, maybe time has passed where they obviously feel different, but Tia made it out to seem that she did this horrific thing. Which don't get me wrong, bullying is not.
Well,
it's
and-
not a good thing. It's not nice. You know, it is very serious.
Apparently, what Kim did was make a rumor up that Tia
was a fake
had
butt.
had a butt implants or a
Right.
fake butt.
Right.
So-
yeah. So I mean, I don't want to downplay bullying because obviously it's not something that I want to promote, or it was wrong. But I thought it was a little bit more than that, I guess you can say. And so when they just went to breakfast and was like, "Well, I thought this and this," and then they hashed out, it was fine. Which, I mean, I feel like you can. If you can work it out, work it out. I just thought it was more than just bullying, and that's what they made it out to be. But then I was telling Omari before the show that I thought Kim denied ever bullying her in the beginning of the
did.
show.
She
Oh,
kinda
what did
did.
I? She said,
like,
"What
I
did I
don't-
do? I don't
Right.
understand. I never bullied her." So for her to come out and confess this, I was like,
admit it.
"Wait a minute, I'm so confused."
I was telling you she was just trying to put on for because they were like in that bus, the scene you're talking about, where she's
Right.
like, "I don't know what I did to
Right.
this girl." I think she was just trying to come off as a good person in that situation. But
But do you think that's a producer move?
It's probably like in the editing room, I'm sure, like how it got chopped and pasted. But to your point about bullying, I think though the thing is in high school, and they said it during the brunch, they're such formative years, you know? Like I still remember lots of things that happened to me in high school, middle school that still stick with me to this day,
Yeah.
like as a grown ass man, because you're
Agreed.
like they're so formative, and when things happen to you, like it sticks with you for a long time. So I understand why Tia is so affected by Kim, and maybe Kim isn't as affected because she was the one that was doing the bullying, so she
Right.
doesn't remember and she doesn't have this like deep pain inside of her. So I feel like it is a little bit more serious than they're letting on than just a fake butt rumor. I'm sure there was more to it than just that, like the bullying. I mean, it's just. I'm sorry.
Tia also mentions that I think that what plays into whatever her feelings are is that her mom told her not to trust anyone growing up, and so she didn't have any friends, which I think we kind of had an idea of that, but it's interesting to learn that that's where she kind of bases on not having any friends off of, because basically her mom isn't put into her life to not trust anyone, which is
Well, I'm sure that comes off of her mom's experiences
of
as well.
course, absolutely.
Well, I mean, I don't know. See, my mom kind of does the same thing. Don't trust anyone, blah, blah, blah. But I thought it was coming from like maybe strangers or people you barely know.
Sure.
But then I've also had close friends that have, you know, done some pretty dumb things to me. So you don't trust them. So I mean, I can
think there's
see that.
I think there's a middle ground you got to find
Yeah.
in there where at the end of the day we're all humans and we have to trust each other to a degree.
Right.
You can be skeptical, but you should let people earn your trust as opposed to not letting anyone in, because
Yeah,
you
agreed.
can't go through life having no friends. And you're seeing Tia is in this season. I mean, she's starting to at this point she's forcing herself to come out, which she did by talking to Anika and Will at the.
That was nice.
Yeah, that was nice. That was a good moment. So let's move on to Peter. Peter's gonna have a surprise birthday. He doesn't know about that. His soon-to-be girlfriend Jen is gonna set up, and I want to know about the costumes because all the girls get dressed up in costumes. What was your best costume for the girls? I liked Tia's costume of the nerd. I
Whatever
thought
Jordan
that
was
good.
wearing was the best costume.
Jordan was the Playboy bunny.
Yeah.
Anika's genie. What do you think about that?
It was cute.
Didn't do it for me.
Well, tell us in the live chat and let us know in the comments which of the girls on tonight's episode had the best costume. And I'm gonna say,
Hey, don't be
that
sexist.
Tia.
You can watch other
There
guys.
was,
They're
Will was the only one, so he had the best
What
guy
was
costume.
Tia? I didn't even see.
Tia was the nerd.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Tia was a nerd.
Tia was
I
the
like
nerd.
Jordan.
Anna
Jordan
was
was
the angel.
cute.
Jordan was the Playboy.
Yeah, hers was
bunny.
cute.
Yep, it was cute. Definitely.
Jordan wins hands down.
I didn't say best looking, just best costume.
Sorry.
So anyways,
This
you guys
room is so harsh, guys.
let us know. Now, at the same time, though, they were having the surprise party, Cass decided not to take part, and so did Orellana, because Orellana has confessed to
Crushing.
She's crushing hard.
Yeah, but did she
Hardcore.
really confess?
To
To
crushing.
us, to everyone else.
To everyone else
Everyone
except
else.
Cass, right?
Yeah.
But to Cass, I mean, she was throwing lobs at Cass.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing.
Okay, so let me ask you.
Yeah.
If a girl, do you guys like catch on
know.
real quick when a girl likes you?
You
I
know.
mean,
This isn't something new, by the way. Orlana's been crushing on Cass for episodes.
yes, but
now.
Cass doesn't talk about it. So like,
He
does
doesn't
he
talk
really
about
know?
it. How does he not know though? Because even Orellana
that's what I'm
said
asking.
she said distract yourself with something else.
Here's the thing.
All these things.
You know when a girl likes you, and you know when you're not feeling it, and you know when she's just gonna be a friend, but you're trying to be nice, so you're not gonna like just shut down her dreams and goals in life. So you just entertain the friendship, but you know if she's into you. And Cass knows. He's been around the block.
She
He's got a
was
kid. He's a
giving-
player. He knows that Orellana's into
She was
him.
giving him a massage at one point.
She's jumping on his back, hitting him with
Everybody
like,
went to a
toys.
party, and the only one that decided with Cass not to take part was Orellana, which, by the way, I think that was a weak move on both of their part, because we've seen, especially last episode and past episodes, Cass talking about how he's doing this all to grow as a person and all these things, and now he's not taking part in the house. I just don't understand it.
I'm still pissed at Cass for getting Theo kicked off the show.
I think you're not the only one.
Still pissed about that.
No,
But you
of
know when a
course.
dude likes you and you just aren't feeling it, but you're still nice to him. You can tell,
That's
right?
true.
You know when someone likes
Yeah.
you.
Of course
Everyone
you do,
knows
yeah.
when someone likes
The
you.
worst part, though, is now Cass is bringing Orellana down because she didn't take part in that, and she should have taken part in the house party. I mean, it's a surprise party.
Yeah,
it's
but
for one of your
that's
castmates.
Orlana's choice though,
But agreed.
to
It's
not participate because of liking a guy. That's her.
really
That's her fault.
disappointing on her part.
Yeah.
Now, in the confessional, we see Peter and Jen, and Peter asked Jen out.
Wait, before we get to the Peter Jen thing, because the Cass Orellana thing,
Let's keep going back. Let's go back.
I mean, I think it's just like kind of like effed up just because I'm like on Cass right
So
now.
okay, fine. So they go to a boat party.
Yeah.
And Cass decides that he, meets a girl or whatnot, and he's dancing right in front of Orellana. So yeah, I mean, on one hand, you could say that Cass doesn't owe Orellana anything because they're not dating, they're not even in a relationship or
Right.
anything, but that he maybe shouldn't be dancing right in front of her provocatively.
And
Makes
that's,
her look
I
bad.
think that's intentional. I think I've
Probably.
done things in similar situations where you make a point. He got this girl, he's dancing in front of Orellana for a reason, to show Orellana,
up.
hey, I'm not into you. Back the fuck away from me. Stop trying to get in these pants because it's not going to happen. So
maybe-
instead of being direct, he just uses like coded body language.
Or
and
maybe
dances with
he's
this
a
other bitch.
little bit into Orellana, but he kind of wants to make himself look better by dancing with another girl
He's
in
not
front
into
of her.
Orellana. He's not into her at all.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm just.
If he was into her, he would have made a move by now. It's been a while.
He's a weird dude.
And Orlana's opening herself up for him so hard. Like, he would have capitalized if he was into it at all.
But I think he was waiting for her to say something because we saw him talking about that right after, like, how come she don't say anything to me? How come she don't ask me? Blah 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 blah, and all this stuff. So I mean, you wouldn't say
But
anything
in-
back if
and
you
s-
already know.
Right. But in saying that, he never said, I felt the same way. He never admitted to having similar feelings. So I feel like he was just saying that to make himself,
I think
to
that it was
relieve
such a
himself of
bigger
the pressure.
deal, the whole boat situation. Like, I mean, if you like the guy and you have a crush on him, fine, but I just think it was so overdone.
She also, one thing I will say to defend Cass in this situation is that Orellana
Don't you
never.
dare. Don't you dare defend
Orellana
Cass.
never actually came out and said.
That's what I'm saying.
She never. So you can intimate and all these things and show, and it's easy for everyone to see, but she never told Cass, like, look, Cass, I like you. She's never done that. So it's not like Cass could play the card where he didn't know and he could be oblivious to it, and he's allowed to do whatever he wants at the boat party. He doesn't
But
owe
I think
Orellana
it's because
anything,
nothing
really.
happened. No conversation was had. So it's like, well, then how am I in trouble? We're not dating.
Sure.
This, I'm kind of siding with him on
Pretty-
this one. I think I'm
pretty
not saying
vague.
that her feelings don't matter. I'm just saying
course.
it's just a bigger deal than what it should have been.
Yeah.
Well, I also feel bad a little bit for Lana because apparently this is a pattern for her, becoming, just
Well,
the
this is
friend,
why
you
it's
know.
life. You grow, you learn.
Do you?
We've all done it, yeah.
Is she learning though? Because she's
Well, we could
she
ask her.
keeps getting played over and over again. It seems like.
So let's go to the confessional with Peter asking Jen out. Peter got pissed at the boat party about Jen's provocative dancing. Where do you stand?
That was a little That was a little bitch move, I feel like, by
That was
Peter.
a little overdone too. I'm kind of both. I don't think Peter should have blown up. I think he should have pulled her aside. I'm not for public confrontation like that.
Yeah.
I'm always about, hey, do you have a minute? Can I talk to you? And you deal with it on your own. To do it, I know you're on camera for the show, so that's fine. But to do it in front of everybody else was a little immature. I understand that you don't want your girl out there dancing, maybe not dancing like that, or being that provocative, wearing a swimsuit and dancing the way that she does. Maybe she should have worn her skirt. Probably would have been better.
What the
but
fuck?
at the same time, you know who she is.
She doesn't need a fucking,
no, but you know who she is. No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. But it's a respect level thing. It's a respect level thing. I wouldn't want to be doing that in public. In front of my boyfriend.
She was with...
I wouldn't. I would do that. That's something privately, maybe, a little bit. And that's probably where he was coming from.
You have to dance in private now?
It's the way that she was dancing in a swimsuit.
How is she was twerking? Everyone does that.
Yes, but what's twerking?
She
You
was
open
in a
up your
group
legs and you pop your butt.
Girls. She was with all the girls in the house. There were no guys in sight of that group. She was with her girlfriends dancing.
I just don't think
like, what
that
the fuck
he
is the
wants
problem?
her doing that in front of
and
just
who the fuck is he to tell her
everybody.
what to do?
It's her So you'd be okay with your girlfriend dancing like that?
Hell yeah, I would go get in on it. I wouldn't just I wouldn't bitch at her. I would go join in. Like, what's the problem?
It's a respect level.
If another guy was over there slapping her ass, then we have a problem. But she's with a group of girls dancing, having fun. I don't see the issue. I would go join.
Well, he had mentioned that she was showing her private while dancing. I wouldn't want to do that.
Well, I wouldn't want her vagina out.
Well, that's what he was mad about, is because a lot was showing while she was dancing and in that swimsuit.
He was mad about that. He was mad about her twerking. He was mad about her being
I'm sure.
He was mad about
that there's knickknacks that you wouldn't want your woman doing.
All right, knick-knack, paddywhack. We're gonna
Give
move
it
on. I'm gonna side with Team
saying.
Peter on this. I think he's being insecure. Yes.
Yeah, but should he have blown up that big?
No.
Thank you.
What? You just said
He shouldn't have.
Right.
No, he shouldn't have. But there's a respect level where she should have just drawn that line.
So she's not allowed to dance in public. Got it.
Nah.
Oh, here we go.
Okay,
here
so
we go.
Just let your man tell you whatever to do, ladies. He runs
That's
the
not
house
what I
according
said
to
at
Paulina.
all.
my favorite part of tonight's episode was Jordan giving a nice pep talk to Orellana and making her, recognize.
Thank you, Jennifer. She agrees.
Making her recognize how she is as a person. I thought that was a good moment from Jordan, and there's pretty much all we saw of Jordan. And it was a nice moment from Jordan to really give love to Orellana, and that's one of the duos that's close. I mean, they came in as their enemies, and they're definitely close, and that's nice.
Right. Well, they were best friends before they had their falling out, and I think it was more so on what's her name? Orellana's part.
A little bit of a misunderstanding.
Yeah, misunderstanding. I think because Jordan was so perfect and pretty and popular, and just it's kind of tough to be that friend when your friend is like just the best and everyone loves her. So I could feel her insecurity, but I'm glad they worked it out. And Jordan to me showed like a real maturity and vulnerability, and she was there for her friend and building her up, which is really nice because she saw that she was low and she tried to like build her up and like encourage herself and show her worth. And I thought that was really like empowering. So, and it was like also, you said it earlier, it was also like a drunk conversation, to be fair, but it was still nice.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
And finally, towards the end of tonight's episode, we had Tia. She had been using the bathroom frequently, struggling with that, so she calls the producers and needs to go to urgent care. And we find out at the end of tonight's episode that she is pregnant.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, someone predicted that last week that she was
pregnant. That was you.
Thank you.
It was. You were mean.
But
last week or
yeah,
tonight?
no, last week.
More importantly, where does that leave us with Tia? What do you think?
It's a serious situation. I mean, I would be freaking out if that were me, and especially if I were younger. How old is she? She's young.
She's like 24, 23.
Okay, I mean, she's in a house with roommates. I guess you can say her mom is not there, her dad is not there, and her brother. She's by herself.
Very lonely. In
and
the
she's
house
not she's not close to anybody. So this is a scary moment for her, and I feel for her.
So I ask you though, would you, if you were in her position, or do you think she'll stay, or should she leave the show?
I'd go home.
Go home?
I would go home in a heartbeat.
Oh my God.
I really would.
I'm just laughing at some of our comments. They're brutal on the chat tonight.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
leave us comments in the comment section moving forward about would you stay or would you go if you were Tia and you found out you were pregnant.
I mean, I think she should stay. They only have, I think she said 3 weeks left.
Just a few more.
Well,
weeks.
yeah, but you're also making these big decisions of what to do, and then you
true.
got to look at your situation back home and your living situation and
True.
everything. Your life is changing.
Well-
So at that point, you got to make all these important decisions in a span of your time is limited.
Right,
Whatever
okay.
decision you want to go.
Well, she's 24, as someone pointed out.
Okay.
Do you think she's going to keep it?
I don't want. I don't know.
It's really sensitive.
it is a
It's like,
sensitive
it's
subject.
real. It's real,
I'm gonna
so.
go based off of the Instagram and say that she's not showing. So I'm assuming she's not pregnant anymore. And you know what? Whatever decision she wants to make,
Her body,
do what's
her
best
choice.
for her.
Sure.
Do what's best for you. And that goes for anybody. You know, everybody's situation's different. Everyone's gonna handle it different. Just do what's best for her.
Okay, so we hope that situation gets resolved in the right manner. We do see, moving forward to next week's episode, it does seem like Tia's losing it a little bit more. We'll have to see with that. Before we get to the predictions, I want to ask you.
Yeah.
We lost Mike. We lost Theo. Who's the all-star of the cast now? Who's carrying the show? A guy and a girl. What are we looking at for
I
the
like Peter.
entertainment? Okay.
Peter's always
What?
fun. I mean, not Peter. What's his name?
Robbie?
Do you watch the show?
Robbie. I'm getting them all mixed
was like,
up. I'm
what?
sorry. No.
She
I
meant
meant
Robbie,
Robbie.
guys.
Maserati.
Maserati.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Jordan and Robbie.
Jordan and Robbie.
Superstars.
The J.
The R&J
JR.
show?
Yeah.
That show.
I think so. I would say for me, Robbie for sure is carrying it, and then also on the flip side, it's easy to say Jordan, but I kind of like Anika. She's not getting a lot of airtime, but I like Anika.
Yeah.
I wish we got more.
I can't
of
wait
her.
to see her on the
The
challenge.
I wanted to
Yeah.
hear more
I like
from
her
Will.
personality.
We don't get
Will
his
is
backstory
done.
that much.
Will's over. He's boring. He's lame. He eats weird.
All right. With that said, let's get to the predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
Predictions.
So, as Omari and I both agree, ladies first.
I think Tia goes home. I think she's going to end up telling everyone in the house. At first, I would think that she'd be a little more conservative and not just say anything, just book it. But because she wants to be open, I think she kind of owes them an explanation. But then again, it's her business. Either way, she goes home. That's all I got right now.
That's deep. I think that Robbie and Jordan are going to end up hooking up and getting together. I think they'd be a really attractive couple.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an interesting one.
I see like a brother, sister, friend vibe than anything.
That's fair. Everyone's got an opinion.
I'm wondering.
Basically telling me I'm wrong. I can read between the lines, all right? Jeez.
Will they look good together though? Yeah.
I'm wondering what Mike would think about that.
Who cares? He's racist and he's gone.
And Jen is with Peter, so
Yeah, it's free. It's a little weird how
Awkward.
Robbie's so cool with Jen and
Yeah. You know what? I think it just
say
kind
that.
of shows like a maturity, or he's just over it. He
he really doesn't
just
care.
doesn't care.
He really doesn't care.
He doesn't care. He's not,
At
but
all.
it's cool that he's a friend about it, actually, instead of hating on it or anything like that. I'm gonna say my only prediction is that I think that Cassius' story is gonna get more stupid and lame, and all the things he says he's doing for the show is gonna continue to be a lie, and that's my prediction. You can catch more of us
Jeez.
next week on The Real World. My name is Michael Rippe. You can catch me on social media at Mike Rips. Tell me what you think about the show, the other shows here at AfterBuzz. I'm joined weekly by the greatest co-host that anyone could ask for.
Paulina Aguilar. You guys can find me on Twitter _Paulina Aguilar and on Instagram at Paulina M. Aguilar.
And you guys can find me on Twitter and IG at On with Omari, also on Snapchat at Omari B. And also, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching all season. It's gonna be my last show tonight because
you had to do that.
I'm going to the East Coast for the next few weeks. I'm gonna not be here, but thank you guys so much. I
You're
love you
leaving me
guys.
with him?
I know. I'm so sorry.
Guys, help
That's
me.
it. It's gonna
Help
get real.
it's gonna be
next
super
week.
real.
I need backup, guys.
We'll
I need
see you next
backup.
week. Night.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.